Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and today we're back again with the Conquerour. So, this is the replay I mentioned in the last Conquerour video I did, which was, I think, probably about this time last week. So, this is the replay I mentioned in which I said the Conquerour can tank hits and stuff, but it requires very particular circumstances, and you're about to see those circumstances in this particular replay. So you already know this is probably going to be a pretty tanky game for the most part, and I was actually kind of surprised that shot didn't hit, because this gun for the most part is pretty damn consistent when it comes to firing that sort of just firing on the move and stuff like that there. But I guess it was a pretty extreme range. But quick thing I just want to mention is, if things have gone according to plan, I should have, I didn't mention this here, I didn't mention it at all before now, but I am moving to basically be on campus for university, because I'm going back to university very, very soon. I'm going to travel home the weekends and stuff, but I am bringing my computer and stuff down there, because I'm going to be down there 5 days a week. So, yep, first shot into the WZ-111-5A, one of the best tier 10s in the game at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to be living down there for 5 days a week, so I figured I might as well bring my computer and stuff. Wow, that was lucky. I didn't clip his spaced armor there. Holy shit. I forgot about that shot. But yeah, I'm going to be living there 5 days a week, so I'm going to bring my computer and all down there. Internet's getting installed and getting sorted out on Monday, so hopefully that'll be sorted out and all, and I will have everything set up. I'll let you know in the description how things are going in regards to the internet and stuff. So if there's no videos after this one, then that's the reason. So yeah, I'll let you know in the description of this video, because I will be able to update it from my phone. So let's see. So now we're facing against a WZ-111-5A. So the 5A is one of the best machines in the game at the moment. Now that was really lucky, because I think that's actually the thicker of the two cupolas on that particular tank. But as you can see, what I'm doing here, I'm just going to quickly show you, is I am side scraping, but also just showing the minimum amount of my turret, and they cannot see my upper front plate. And if they can't see my side armor, they're more than likely are only seeing like this part here, which is just tracks. So in these sort of circumstances, the Conquerour is pretty damn exceptional in terms of like its ability to tank shots. It's only like this WZ-120 is probably the biggest threat to my health pool at this moment in time. So this Type 4, if he was using the derp gun, would have screwed me up. But he's not using the derp gun, which means I am actually successfully able to penetrate him reliably. I am going to track him out in the open. He does pin me with that shot there, but that's because I over-angled. Kind of like a panic angle, I would say. But yeah, this Type 4 is on about 900 HP now. And let's see, we'll be able to get another shot into him. There he is there. Yep, they did nerf that there little area just a little tiny bit. Didn't nerf it very much, but tier 9s can somewhat pin it. The tier 10 still doesn't have enough in terms of weak points, but the tier 9, it does have some more weak points to exploit than the tier 10 does. And Type 4 is now dead, so Type 4 still pretty much useless. Type 5 still OP, in my opinion. That's the way it is at the moment in the game. So that WZ-120, extremely low health. I'm on 2600 damage right now. The Tiger 2 is over there on about 690 health, and the E75 is around that rock over there. And that was a stupid shot. I was trying to remember what the thickness of the armor was on the WZ-120. I thought it was 50. Turns out I think it's 80. So that was a bit of a dumb shot on my part. So finish off WZ-120. Should have been finished off earlier, but miscalculation on my part meant he survived a little longer. So E75 is still alive over there. I'm going to focus on these guys here first, because they are the more immediate threat. I have 700 health remaining. I can take a hit from a WZ-111-5A. 6 shot into his front there, and I managed to clip his tracks, keeping him in place. And get 536 assistance damage. We'll go for the kill shot, and I kill him off. So that's 3000 damage and 3260 damage blocked by my armor. Primarily by the turret, occasional shot into the tracks, but as you can see there, this tank can tank some hits. It doesn't really do it consistently, but it can do it. It's the fact that I can do it, I think, is probably the best part of it. Like, it can do it in certain circumstances, very particular circumstances. You want to be able to like both hide the majority of your hull and also just expose your turret. It's kind of tricky to get those circumstances a lot of the time, but when you do get them, this tank can be really, really hard to kill, especially because of the rate of fire, which will stop people coming towards you a lot of the time. So let's see, there's an IS-3 and a T-34 there. So they're primarily focusing on this WZ-111, try a shot in the move to see what would happen. Unfortunately get a little unlucky with the RNG there. I will admit I would have had to gotten pretty lucky there to actually hit that guy. I'm going to just aim my gun over in the direction that WZ 132 on the hill. Take a shot into the IS-3, get lucky there, and penetrate his lower front plate. He is now looking at me, and he clips my gun, which means he does no damage to me. I'll continue moving forward. I think I'm going to focus on this T-34 here. I'm going to aim in on his upper front plate. I actually managed to track him and do damage in the same shot, which is awesome. And that's that guy did. And I'm on 4,258 damage, 3,000 over 3,500 damage blocked by my armor, and that's the end of the game with 1,800 assistance damage. So that was a pretty damn solid game, and it does show that the Conqueror in the right circumstances can tank some hits. It doesn't do it very often, but when you're able to get the correct circumstances, like being able to completely cover your upper front plate and your lower front plate while only exposing like a very limited amount of your side armor, and being able to just continuously fire, this machine can be very strong in those positions. The difficulty is finding those positions, and yeah, like that's one of the, like that position over there that I used over there, like where I was like semi hold down. That's one of the best positions I've found for this tank, but it only works if you have some support from your team. But if you have some support from your team, this tank can demolish in that sort of position. So yeah, let's go on to the post game stats. Okay, so now we're on to the post-game stats. So this was a first class mastery, and I got a steel wall and a Conqueror, which is a pretty rare thing to see. And 2,756 XP, that's because of a bunch of boosters I had active, and 46,502 credits. So let's go on to the team scores. I came top of the team, 4,258 damage, 1,378 base XP. The WZ-111-5A actually did about 1,400 damage more than me. But because he's tier 10, he didn't get the same amount of XP as me. Because he was shooting on lower tiered vehicles, he doesn't get the XP booster like I did for shooting tier. So like for shooting, as an example, the enemy WZ-111 5A, which actually where did the WZ-111 5A on the enemy team come? He came third, and he did 1,000 damage. Must have gotten pretty unlucky in that game. I did critical hit him a couple times, as far as I remember. But yeah, my team did significantly better for the most part than the enemy team. The enemy team only had one player that broke 2,000 damage, and that was the WZ-120. But yeah, and actually, interestingly, the artillery on my team came third in terms of XP, so that's pretty interesting to see. And I would guess the WZ-111-5A got the heavy caliber for that particular result. So let's go on to the detailed report. So that was 20 shots fired, 17 direct hits, 13 penetrations, 391 damage from over 300 meters. Let's see, 12 hits received, 3 penetrations, 9 non-penetrations, 1,800 assistance damage, and I actually made 8,000 credits in that particular match. So yeah, that was overall a pretty solid game in my opinion. I was actually genuinely expecting this to be the ace tanker for me for this tank, but unfortunately it wasn't. I needed probably about another 80 XP in order to be able to actually get the ace tanker from this game, and because the WZ-111-5A did so much damage in my team, there wasn't enough damage left over for me to do, if that makes sense. So yeah, I was probably just a wee bit off the ace tanker in this particular match, but I did get it later, as you saw from the match I posted up last week. So yeah, about the thing moving to campus and moving to like a house near my university classes. So I just quickly mentioned that there because like I am getting, and there is an engineer coming out to our house to actually get it sorted out on Monday. Hopefully it gets sorted out on Monday. If it is sorted out on Monday, then I will hopefully be able to make like a video that will come out on, or well, maybe not a video on Wednesday. If it is sorted out on Monday, hopefully I'll have a video on Monday. If it's not sorted out on Monday, then there will be a video on Tuesday, and I'll have this video scheduled for Thursday. So hopefully everything works according to plan, and hopefully the internet works and stuff like that. There, it should be really good internet. It's fiber internet, fiber to the premises. So hopefully it should be really good. But there are a lot of people in that general area, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect from the speeds. But yeah, hopefully that should be pretty awesome. I'm going to start off whenever, hopefully like whenever we get it in. One of my first things I'm going to do is I'm going to buy Forza 7, and I'm going to download that there. I'm going to pre-order it, and hopefully I get access to it a couple days earlier. because I think it's coming out in October 3rd. It's a 100 GB download, and I think that's going to be a good test of the download speed for that for my internet. So that should be fun to try out. And it's the first Forza game that is actually going to be built from the ground up for the PC. For first Forza Motorsport, I should say. The Horizon game did come out a while ago, but that game, from what I heard, like had some optimization issues initially. They fixed it with the Hot Wheels update, but I kind of want to jump into the new like motorsport games. The motorsport games have always been my favorite, so can't wait to jump into that. So yeah, uh, let me see. Anything else I really need to mention here? Not really anything I can think of. Well, leave any opinions you have in the comment section below, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.